is non-internal transfer. You are correct about that. The specific name is known as unchanged difference. Okay, so just now in internal transfer, you saw something called unchanged total, right? The third concept, if you refer back to what you wrote, is called unchanged total. Non-internal transfer have two types of unchanged. Unchanged difference and unchanged object. For it to be unchanged object, it must increase or decrease by the same. Okay, can you see this question here? This part here in red. When an equal number of boys and girls left, which means they decrease by the same amount. Whenever something decreases by the same amount, the difference will always be the same. You are Emma, right? Emma got 10 sweets. What's your sister's name?
Lisa.
How do you spell it? A. Is it A?
Z-A-H.
Sorry?
Z-Z-A-H.
Z-A-H, okay. Z. So let's say she got 6 sweets, right? The difference between you and her is 4. Agree?
Yes.
So let's say you eat 1 sweet, she eat 1 sweet, you become 9, she becomes 5, right?
5.
So the difference between you and her is still 4. So whenever you increase or decrease by the same amount, the difference will always be the same. That's something you need to remember. So in this question, if you drew the unit scenario first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, right? But whatever we have drawn is in the end. So what we need to do is we need to add back an equal number of boys and girls. And where we do it is on the left side of the model. Okay? So we just add it back.
Okay.
And this has to be your 180. And this is your 84. So if you look at the model, right? If you take 180 minus 84, you get the difference here, which is
180 minus 84.
Yep, you get the difference.
96.
Correct. So if you cover the get rid of the left side, right? Can you see that the difference is also 96? So the difference at first is 96. After the boys and girls left, the difference is still 96. Okay, well, Emma, the blue color part here, you need to shade it because it's actually different from the other units. No, wrong one. The ones on the left. Because they are different from the other units. That's why we must differentiate them. Yep. So preferably you should also draw them slightly different, maybe slightly longer or slightly shorter. Ah, correct. So the difference is 96. So 180 minus 84, which is 96. So 96 is the difference at first, which is also the same as the difference in the end. And the difference in the end is 4 units. So 1 unit is 24. So what is 24? 24 is the number of girls in the end, right? So how many girls were there at first?
24 plus.
So the number of girls at first was 84, but now in the end the number of girls is only 24. So how many girls left? So you take 84 minus 24, you get 60. And that's actually the answer. Because the number of girls and boys who left are actually the same. So you can actually use the girls to find the boys. Okay? So in the future, you must look out for this type of statement.